Education and overview. Let us first take a look at the present system education with a view to supplementing it to make it better in light of Swamiji suggestions. Education as it exists today. As it is obtained today, primary aim of the educational system seems to be earning a livelihood no more. Ramakrishna is no uncertain terms denounced the Kal Kola Bandha Vidya literary building rice and plantain, which fetches us only material benefit. This kind of utilitarian schemes of education can help in producing people who are capable of supporting themselves economically, hopefully, but one cannot help wondering if this is all what we want. One of the factors that contribute it to favoring this attitude is the competitive world we live in today. From their very childhood, students are brainwashed into believing that be all and end all of learning process to do well in examination. The examination mania cuts into the very vital of our students. It is necessary for students to know that through doing well in examination is necessary. What is more necessary is to build up one's life in such a way that one becomes capable of dealing with difficult and new situation and treating others with sympathy and kindness. In other words, self-development and interhuman relationship. Our present examination system lays excessive stress on cramming information. As a result of diverse pieces of data are stuffed into the student brain, but the capacity to extract information from the data and to utilize and apply this knowledge is not simultaneously developed. This is perhaps why the present situation produces many B.Tech but a very few real engineers, many MBBS, but very few real doctors and many PhDs, but very few true scientists. Strangely enough, it seems that more information that is made available to us, less informed we become. Discussion become harder to make and our world appears more confusing than ever. Psychologists refer to this state of affair as information overload. A near clinical phrase behind which sits it entropy law. As more and more information is beamed and at us, less and less of all it can be absorbed, retained and exploited. The rest accumulate as dissipated energy or waste. The build-up of the dissipated energy is really just social pollution, and it take its toll in the increase in mental disorder of all kinds, just as physical waste eats away at our physical well-being. German trip. More craving information without developing a discriminating intellect to analyze right or wrong or value orientation, and without the feeling hurt to soothe humanity, can only manufacture clever devils and such knowledge therefore only adds to fear, anxiety, and tension. Unless man increases in wisdom as much as in knowledge, increase as knowledge will be increase of sorrow. Impact of science and society. Knowledge has become diverse from its root, which is religious or spiritually. One of our great Indian thinker, Dr. Bhagwan Das, has observed. We have heard of three long enough. The fourth or of genuine religion is more important than all. Education, new dimension. Ramakrishna, Bangalore. Traditionally, people were regarded as educated if the new tree are namely reading, writing, and arithmetic. But in today's situation, with its accompanying stress and strain, religion is broadest sense has become necessary. By religion, we do not mean any creed or dogma, but Swami Vivekananda put it, the idea which is rising the brute unto man and man unto God. The Chando Yoga Upanishad gives an account of how the celestial bird Narendra approached the sage Sanatana Kumara, saying that he had amassed a vast amount of secular knowledge, but was very victim of sorrow. To this, Sankumara replied, Narada has learnt only few words, but not their true import. Consequently, Sabho Sabdartha on literal meaning had masked in Mama Ratha or spiritual significance. The scriptures are supposed to be viewed as pointer to the reality that lives behind the light of spirit that shines through all, that is the sources of all bliss and knowledge. If one forget this and get tied down with mere words, the purpose of learning is defeated. It is only a contact with a spirit that can remove from our souls the hankering for senses pleasure, the busy oneself without conscious appearance if they were real, and to forget the real spiritual content in all existence ignores. This is what education is supposed to set right. Man by this divine nature is fulfilled, perfect, but vainly sought to fulfill himself by adding things. From the outside, this is the locana in the modern system of education, which is primarily Western in philosophy, and it might be worth pointing out here the West in the spirit of material opulence is faced with under spirituality. This is possibly the cause of feeling of self-alienation the many modern accomplished people feel. When they turn inward, a feeling of emptiness, a vacuum envelops them, for they have given little or no more or inner ground, and inner poverty in the midst of external plenty is the unbeatable consequence. Students today are taught how to have, how to acquire material plenty, and how to achieve, how to function in the role of anger, a scientist or an artist, without learning how to be an atmasta or established in one true being. True knowledge should aim at being and not having or achieving. We know a thing, we do not become, we know a child, we do not become a child, but spiritual pursuit we try to know, observes Brahmin and we become Brahman. Anyone who knows the Supreme Brahman becomes Brahman. Indeed, Mukunda Upanishad, this becoming Brahman means shedding the feeling that we are object is our physical bodies in this world of object and becoming rooted in one true best as subject as seers. When through introspection we become exposed even a particular of the grandeur of our inner nature. When the inner dimension open up, our whole attitude towards ourselves, towards all exist changes. Once no more treat all existent, which scant respect, nature become defied and worthy of respect and love. Environmental care becomes automatic with such person, our ancient sages.